What is up, coordinators and naturals? I am just a simple new type, and in this video, we are finally going to complete our journey through Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. In our last episode, Athrun was considered an enemy of the state, and he fled with Marin. Zaft forces push their way through Orb territory, and Kigali receives the Akatsuki Gundam from her dead father. In this episode, we will learn about Durandal's true intentions. We will see the three ships form once again, and we will see some really bad writing. So let's get into this. Ramius gives Neo the Skygrasper to use as he is free to go and no longer a prisoner. Athrun wants Marin to get off the Archangel once they leave Orb, but she doesn't want to be left behind. Shin and Kigali begin their first fight. Shin gets the upper hand, but luckily she has the Murasames to help her out. Shin takes down the Murasames with ease and focuses his attention on Kigali again. He takes out one of the Akatsuki's arm. Suddenly Kira in the Strike Freedom comes down and helps out. Also with him is Lacus in the Infinite Justice Gundam. The ZGMF-X19A Infinite Justice Gundam is the successor to the Justice and is created based off of all of Athrun's flight data. This Gundam is specifically designed for him to pilot. Like the Strike Freedom, this mobile suit also has an in-jammer canceller, Hyper-Deuterion engine, and can use the Meteor system. This Justice also has the Fathom 01. Like the 00, this drastically improves mobility and can be detached to ride on. Lacus takes the Justice to the Archangel for Athrun, while Kira continues helping out Orb. Stormtroopers come down from space as well. These are piloted by Lacus loyalists, Hilda Harkin, Mars Simeon, and Herbert von Reinhardt. They resemble in many ways the Black Tri-Stars from the original Mobile Suit Gundam. Kira and Shin fight, but Rey tells Shin to retreat for now. Kigali runs into the government building and punches Yuna. She asks him where Jibril is, but he doesn't tell her. Meanwhile, Athrun spends the entire episode staring at Infinite Justice. Neo LaFlaga in the Skygrasper also comes in and helps the Archangel. Wait, they gave a former prisoner a loaded Skygrasper with missiles and everything? What if you just gave him the Skygrasper and he ends up murdering you? I know it works out in the end, but that was not a good move. Shin refuels, and this time Destiny and Legend both launch. Athrun finally stops staring at the thing and starts piloting Infinite Justice. Kira takes on both Destiny and Legend. The Skygrasper does an emergency landing on the Archangel. Athrun comes in and helps out Kira. He tells Shin to stop being a bitch, but Rey comes in and attacks Athrun. Back on Orb, Yuna gets crushed by a goof. Womp womp. Athrun is able to get the upper hand on Shin. A shuttle takes off. It is Jibril. Luna Maria launches in the Core Splinter and tries to intercept the shuttle. However, it makes its escape back into space. The Zaft flagship is destroyed, which means Talia and the Minerva are assuming command of this mission. She recognizes they are at a disadvantage and decide to retreat. Athrun is injured really badly. He gets thrown back into the medbay. Kigali makes an official statement about the actions on Orb, but her broadcast is cut short by the fake Lacus, trying to sway the people. But then, the real Lacus does a reverse Uno on Zaft and interrupts their broadcast. She lets the world know that she is the real Lacus. She tells the world that Durandal has a secret plan that he seems to be hiding from his people. Durandal tells Mir that she should probably keep a low profile. The Minerva is ordered to head towards the moon. Jibril plans on using the Requiem, a giant space laser on the moon. He plans on taking out Aprilius I, Zaft's capital. Rey doesn't believe anything that Orb has to say and brushes it off as propaganda. Rey then tells Luna Maria that Athrun was piloting the red mobile suit and that he is alive. She wonders if Marin is also alive. Durandal heads towards Messiah, a Zaft mobile fortress. Izak and Diarca go out to investigate. They run into some Windoms near some colony bits. The Requiem fires. It uses the colony bits which curve the beam and aim it towards the plants. It takes out plants such as Januarius, but misses the capital. Jibril plans on a second attack on the plants. The Minerva makes their way towards the Alliance moonbase. The Minerva team launches along with Izak and Diarca. The Alliance launches destroy Gundams, but Shin is able to take them out relatively easy now. Jibril plans to make his retreat while the second shot of the Requiem goes off. He and some Alliance members attempt to escape on the Gertie Lu class ship, but Rey notices and destroys it, killing Jibril. Luna Maria is able to take down the lunar base. The Archangel plans on making its way out to the lunar city, Copernicus, but Kigali will not be joining them. She salutes them as they make their way towards space. The Archangel makes its way to the lunar city. Back at Aprileus 1, Mir is lying low and doing a little sad girl singing. Meanwhile, it's time for a little shopping montage. Mir's Haro gives them a note saying that Mir needs help. It is an obvious trap, but they still need to go help her. They go to meet with her at her compound. She claims to be the real Lacus and pulls a gun on them, but Athrun shoots the gun out of her hand. That happens a lot in this show. There should be people missing more fingers. Lacus gives a speech to Mir, but snipers try to shoot her. They get to cover and begin a shootout. They are able to take out most of the mercs. Mu comes in to help them out. They make their escape, but Mir sees that one of the mercs is still alive and about to shoot Lacus. She saves Lacus, but is shot in the process. They take out the remaining merc. Mir shows Lacus a picture of what she looked like before her glow up and dies in her arms. The Destiny plan is revealed to the world in a propaganda video. Essentially, it is a program where every single human's genetic information is used to provide the perfect job for said human based off of their genes. Hell yeah, fuck your free will, bitches. Ray is really into Durandal's plan. He cockblocks Shin so he could tell him how strong he is. Okay. Orb officially rejects this plan, of course. Durandal recognizes that the Alliance no longer has any leadership now, and that Logos is taken care of. It is now a matter of attrition, so Durandal is ready to make a big move. Now that Zaft is in control of Requiem, he decides to fire it on the Alliance's lunar base on the other side of the moon. It takes out the base, killing the President in the process. The Archangel makes its way towards the battlefield to destroy the Requiem. They are with the Three Ships faction, like the previous war. However, this time, they have the power of the Orb Union to help them. Justice and Freedom launch. They are equipped with their meteor units. Lacus sends a message to the world telling them that they are going to destroy the Requiem, for it is a weapon of mass destruction. Lacus intends on doing this by using weapons of mass destruction. Meanwhile, Shin and Ray meet Durandal. Shin is finally having a little bit of self-doubt. He reflects on when Ray told him that he was a clone. Unlike Raul Le Creuset, who wanted to destroy the world for being a clone, Ray seems to be content with what he is. Neo LaFlaga launches in the Akatsuki. The Dom Troopers launch as well. Luna Maria launches from Minerva. Izek and Diarca heads towards the battlefield. The Minerva fires its Tannhauser at the Archangel, but Mu is able to deflect it, similar to how he saved the ship from the Dominion 2 years ago. Station 1, one of the colony bits that curves the Requiem, is destroyed. The asteroid base Messiah makes its way towards the moon and fires Neogenesis. It takes out big chunks of the fleet. Legend and Destiny launch from the Messiah. Athrun fights Shin. Izek decides to help out, but only helps out the Eternal because it is a Zaft ship. While fighting, Ray realizes that his purpose as a clone of Aldeflaga is to become the new Raul Le Creuset. Athrun calls him a bitch and to stop using the past to justify his fighting. Athrun takes out Impulse Gundam, incapacitating Shin. Freedom is able to incapacitate Ray in the Legend as well. Messiah loses contact with both mobile suits and preps Neogenesis to attack Orb. Both Akatsuki and Justice are able to destroy Neogenesis from going off. Meanwhile, the Minerva is about to go down. Talia tells everyone to abandon ship while she goes to talk to Durandal. Kira breaks into the Messiah and finds Durandal. They point guns at each other while monologuing. Ray sneaks onto Messiah and ends up shooting Durandal. Why? Because he said that he is Rao now, so he has to do everything that Rao did? I don't know. This is really, let's say, an interesting writing choice. So first, Kira said 2 sentences in front of Ray, and apparently that was enough to move Ray into shooting Durandal. Okay? In this moment, Ray and Talia decide to stay with Durandal as he dies and the Messiah goes down. Now it is insinuated that throughout the whole series that Talia and Durandal have had a relationship on and off in the past. Talia also mentions that she has a son as well, but she chooses to stay with Durandal instead of, try to get back to her son. Doesn't seem very motherly. And I'm not going to touch the weird mother role she is taking with Ray in these final moments as well. But if I had to guess, Talia referred to Durandal and herself as Ray's parents because she knew he was a clone, and that would probably be something that he would want to hear before he dies. If that is true, that is a very nice sentiment that she should probably be using on her actual child. This is some pretty bad writing. Kira and Athrun make their escape from the Messiah. Lacus sends a message to all remaining Zaft forces recommending that they all cease fire. Meanwhile, on the moon, Look at this loser. Going to cry because you lost, loser? Yeah, cry it out, loser. Everyone stops fighting. Over the next few months, Orb and Zaft came to a peace agreement. During these negotiations, Lacus acted as a mediator between the two nations. After the peace negotiations, Lacus Clyne finally returned to the plants after years of being an enemy of the state. Later on Orb, Kira and Shin finally meet each other for the first time. Kira invites Shin to come and fight with them. We end the series with Kira wearing a Zaft commander uniform, going up to the plants to meet with Lacus, who seems to be the new Zaft Supreme Chairman. And that will do it for the Cosmic Era 73 and Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. Wow, this was a bad one. Kigali literally has nothing to do in the last half of the series and barely spoke, so much so that rumors about the director Fukada having an affair with a voice actress started arising. Also, as much as I do not like Shin, he should have been the focus of the show, and bringing in Lacus and Kira as the focus of the story was a bad decision. I see the term authoritarian pacifist thrown around in regards to Kira and the way they wrote Kira and the Archangel crew. That term makes a lot of sense. They just come off as terrorists, but we are supposed to root for them? I don't know if I want to. Also, personal gripe, I don't know why, but the gold accents on the Strike Freedom really bugged me. So when I saw the Rising Freedom and Gundam Seed Freedom trailer, I was relieved by the color palette. I dig the white accents so much more than the gold. The next week leading up to the release of Gundam Seed Freedom will be all things Cosmic Era. We still have the Astray OVA as well as CE-73 Stargazer. I will also be doing a breakdown of the Gundam Seed Freedom trailer and what we should be expecting going into the movie. But that will do it for now. Remember, new types, you too can also be a commander in two armies if you practice authoritarian pacifism. Peace.